Something very important has entered the gates of heaven today, my beloved child. God has directed me to come to you before any disaster strikes your life. This is Archangel Michael speaking directly to your soul as time is passing faster than you realize. My child, I need you to perform a simple act of faith before I can reveal any more information. Listen carefully until the end. Each sentence you read obscures the view of objects that are already moving toward you. The spiritual realm has summoned your name, and as a result, there is a heated battle in heaven over what is to come. Please refrain from making an incorrect impression. I am obligated to tell you the truth, my dear. Tragic events may attempt to enter your life over the next 72 hours. God and I implore you to open your spirit so that you can fully comprehend this message. Pain can result from disregarding an indicator that is designed to protect you. Someone is conspiring to commit an evil act without your knowledge, my child. Their desires are detrimental. Despite their friendly demeanor, they are bitter, jealous, and angry inside. They are simply waiting for the right moment to disrupt your life, and that moment is quickly approaching. My love, the spiritual realm trembled when your name was invoked in terror. The moment the warning reached heaven, God rose to his feet. He would not allow any negative events to happen to you. As a result, I, Archangel Michael, have been dispatched to supervise you before you experience any discomfort. However, my darling, be cautious. If you receive this message, heaven will keep you safe. Ignoring it will almost certainly have negative consequences. If you read this message in its entirety, it will permanently close the door. I sense you are thinking, why me? In the background, what would have the intention of causing me pain? It is because your destiny is far more important than they anticipated. They oppose your miracle because it is imminent. This is due to the blessing's significant impact on your life. It is unbearable for some people to witness your rise. Heaven, my child, noticed how much they desired your tears. Heaven noticed that they planned to bring you down. Heaven saw them obstructing your good works. This is why you were chosen by heaven instead. Someone tried to attack you spiritually not long ago, my beloved. It is possible that the statement was intended to incite rage, jealousy, manipulation, or malice. Heaven was aware of this, but you were not. The assault has already been stopped. The force that intended to harm you has now turned on them. However, my child, be cautious. They are not yet done. It is already too late for them. If heaven fails to intervene, they may try to take action within the next 72 hours that could disrupt your emotions, finances, or mental state. It is critical that we remain vigilant at the moment. Not tomorrow, not later. Not after you scrolled away. God and I both need your undivided attention right now. There is no need to delay. The plan to harm you has already begun. My love, I can see the tears you have shed. I can see how you cherished those who did not reciprocate your affection. I can count the number of times you maintained a composed demeanor rather than one of anger. Heaven does not ignore any details. Heaven remembers the anguish, betrayal, and broken hearts you experienced. Heaven is now preparing to provide you with protection and rewards. However, this will only happen if you stay with me until the end. My child, there is a reason you are reading this right now. In the spiritual world, there are no coincidences. This message was sent to you as a safeguard for your future. If you truly want safety, growth, and the miracle that is already written into your destiny, pay close attention and do not ignore this message. After finishing your reading, a strong spiritual shield will form around you. You will be safe from all harm. However, stopping in the middle will render the protection ineffective. I love you more than you can imagine, my child. You cannot fathom God's love for you. We will both make sure that the wrong people do not win. Please come to stay with me. Please keep in mind that each seed you plant in this quest will grow into a torch that shines light into another's darkness. I'm currently addressing you in this method. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. The verse, "Give and it will be given to you," does not only apply to Jesus. It is an ongoing commitment that affects your future. I'd like to extend an invitation to you at this time through a simple act of trust. Approach this situation with a feeling of purpose, honesty, and hope. The amount you contribute today is not a donation. Your heavens are opened by the act of spiritual obedience. Relinquish your seed and witness what rewards God delivers into your life. Please keep reading, because the most shocking truth is about to be revealed. My child, your spirit must be prepared before I reveal the identity of the person responsible for this tragedy. The truth will astound you because this person is not an unknown entity. A person who appears innocent and is familiar with you is watching you. What they truly desire is far more harmful than you realized. If you missed the warning signs before this point, do not blame yourself. Heaven withholds certain truths until the appropriate time. Dear one, today is the day. You have recently noticed an increase in your energy level. Your prayers, tears, inner strength, and quiet endurance have allowed miracles to happen. You have already received a huge blessing. It cannot be stopped. Someone is attempting to harm you as a result of the blessing. My child, don't just listen with your ears. Engage your whole body in the listening process. When a divine breakthrough is near, darkness becomes increasingly concerned. Prior to the miracle's occurrence, it attempts to divert your attention, cause pain, perplex you, or break your heart. Yes, that is the exact situation that is currently unfolding. Someone has observed the transformation you have undergone, my dear. They noticed your light regaining its strength. They noted that your circumstances had improved. They witnessed God's blessings on you. They lost their joy and became fearful. The only people who try to extinguish your light are those driven by fear. Someone close to you is dissatisfied with how you were selected. Regardless of their smile, their anger is on fire. They appear to be supportive, but their true goal is to see you fail. Despite their family-like behavior, their hearts are poisoned. My name is Archangel Michael, and I am closely monitoring them right now. Dear one, you may have experienced sudden fatigue without knowing why. It's possible you weren't able to achieve emotional stability or relaxation. It is possible that your thoughts are dense and burdensome. This is not due to my vulnerability. Someone has been attempting to weaken your spiritual strength, but God has foiled their plans. Please, my child, stay with me and keep reading. Every word I say releases their negative energy. The spiritual shield will continue to function until the end. My love, you have an exciting future ahead of you. The following events will astound you. Peace, abundance, love, and honor will be realized in the near future. Everything you have lost will be returned to you as a result of the upcoming miracle. However, keep in mind that the adversary consistently responds with force just before the occurrence of advantageous events. My child, the only people who try to extinguish your light are those who are concerned. Someone close to you is dissatisfied with how you were selected. Regardless of their smile, their anger is on fire. They appear to be of assistance, but their true intentions are to ensure your failure. They behave as if they were family, but they are actually poisonous. I, Archangel Michael, am closely monitoring their activities. Dear one, you may have suddenly felt fatigued. You may have experienced emotional distress without being aware of its cause. Your sleep has been interrupted. Your mind is overburdened. My mind is racing with ideas. This is not your responsibility. Someone has been eroding your spiritual fortitude, but God has stopped their plans. Please, my child, stay with me and keep reading. Their negative energy is dispelled with each word I speak. The shield will remain in place until the end. I can envision your future, my love. The following events will astound you. Peace, abundance, love, and honor will be realized in the near future. The upcoming miracle will restore everything you've lost. However, the adversary always emerges before the occurrence of favorable events. This will happen over the next 72 hours. My child, your faith in reading this far has already enlightened you. Recite a simple prayer of faith to strengthen this divine shield. Inform heaven that your spirit is ready for divine intervention. You are free to write, I am given this protection. Now carry out this action, and as you continue reading, you will notice the transformation. Dear child, you will soon notice that someone is acting in a manner that differs significantly from your own. Their mood will fluctuate quickly. They may try to assign blame or show remorse for events that were not your fault. They may try to instigate a conflict or exaggerate the situation beyond its necessity. They may disparage you to others or use your emotions against you. This isn't a fabrication. The last and most desperate step they can take to stop the blessing that is already on its way to you. You will succeed, my beloved, if you maintain your spiritual awareness. You will not be required to address this independently. Heaven will advocate for you. Right now, my child, I need to inform you of an important matter. As I speak, please read each line slowly and carefully. You cannot fully transition to the next stage of your life while harmful individuals are close by. This is the reason for using specific words. It's now clear why disruption is being attempted. They are unable to accompany you to your destiny because they are secretly seeking your pain. You are receiving a warning from the spiritual realm. My loved one, the individual involved in this attempted tragedy, is someone in whom you previously had a high level of trust. Someone you never expected to cause you harm. Additionally, someone who understands your vulnerability. Heaven will present them to you in a gentle way. Not in a way that makes you feel guilty, but in a way that is obvious and unarguable. Their true intentions will become clearer as time passes. You won't be surprised by their identity. The first step will be to acknowledge that your intuition warned you. Your spirit recognized them immediately. The anger was palpable. You noticed the peculiar behavior. The individual's tone and actions led you to believe that something was wrong. However, you had difficulty reconciling with the situation. My dear, this message is meant to protect your heart. Continue reading. Because once you finish, any covert plan devised against you will be rendered obsolete. Their animosity toward one another will lessen. They'll be reminded of their intentions. Their strategies will be unsuccessful from the start. Archangel Michael, I assure you that I will carry out my obligations. Heaven never sends warnings without justification. The message you received today is intended to keep you safe from an unknown threat. The most important truth is approaching you quickly. What is your relationship with this individual? What is the reason behind their desire to harm you? What is the mechanism through which heaven intervenes? And what will the outcome of your miracle be once this threat is eliminated? If you want to know the truth, please stick with me. The story is not yet complete. However, the threat has not yet been eliminated. Every word you read strengthens your hope. It is critical to understand the spiritual motivations behind this action before determining the perpetrator. Everything that isn't working properly, any sudden loss, or any unexpected problem will be explained once the source is identified. The enemy is not targeting you because you are vulnerable. They are pursuing you because you are strong. Non-valuable items are not destroyed. They pursue what has been chosen. My beloved, you were chosen by heaven. As a result, some people became enraged by this decision. They can detect when you take a significant step forward prior to taking action. They can detect fluctuations in your energy levels before you are aware of them. They intend to incapacitate you before the miracle occurs. They can't, however, stop heaven from blessing you. This could have resulted in people becoming distant, cold, or reacting unusually to your progress. They may also have tried to make you doubt your own abilities. This isn't an error. The spiritual realm is interfering. My dear, the person who intends to cause you harm is concerned about the future. They do not want to lose control of you. There is a fear of abandonment. They are concerned that you will become more adept with God, happier, wealthier, and resilient than they are. They are unwilling to offer assistance. They plan to keep you from rising before you do. As a guardian, I will begin to reveal this person's identity, but not all of it at once. The truth takes time for your spirit to grasp. This is how the heart is safeguarded in heaven. Pay close attention. You had previously trusted this person. Someone who appeared to be genuinely concerned. A person who demonstrated encouragement. Someone who closely monitored your life. Someone who keeps a record of your speech. They are not doing so out of affection for you. Rather, they intend to use it in the future. When this person is present, they will refrain from expressing their opinions when positive events occur, but will raise their voice when negative events occur. They find solace in your suffering. They want you to be happy, but not to achieve it. They desire your blessings, but not you. They are attempting to obstruct your progress because they believe a significant event will occur within the next 72 hours. One thing they are correct about is that a significant blessing is on the way for you, just as God intended. The spiritual realm is already communicating. A revolutionary breakthrough that will relieve your emotional distress. Recover the items that have been taken from you. Enhance your reputation and expose your adversaries without your participation. This is the reason they are concerned. Now, my child, as heaven prepares to reveal this person and bestow its blessing on you, remember that you are ready for justice and ascendancy. At this time, my child, don't let this be just a phrase. If your spirit is ready for safety, justice, and comfort, please enter Amen in the comments section. We not only agree, but we also concur. As you write it, remember that heaven recognizes your readiness and begins the process you've been anticipating. Heaven responds to your statement of readiness. Each act of faith represents a step towards spiritual success. My beloved, they never intended to harm you physically. It is not even remotely similar to their approach. They want to disturb your peace, instill doubt in you, make you question your identity, and sap your emotional strength. They think that if they can break your spirit, the miracle will take longer. However, they made a grave error. They were unaware that heaven would let you know when it was time. The chosen are consistently warned about potential harm before it occurs. The goal is not to frighten them, but to ensure their safety. That is the true essence of the message. These words were not discovered by accident. God placed them right in front of you to make sure you were prepared and safe. I will now provide you with additional indicators to help you identify this individual through your spirit. They appear concerned, but their true goal is to find happiness for themselves. They stop being vocal when you win. They recall the negative actions you took, but not the positive ones. They smile at you while discussing your flaws with others. They appear to be interested in assisting, but they actually enjoy your suffering. Although they call you a friend or family member, they see you as a competitor. My child, your intuition has already led you to the identity of this individual. Your spirit has been communicating with you for quite some time. You recognized the change in your emotional state. Something didn't feel right to you. You tried to ignore it, but heaven will not let it go unnoticed for too long. I will notify you shortly of the experiment they intend to conduct and the date on which it will be carried out. What sign will heaven send to reveal them, and how will the tragedy meant for you be turned into a blessing? However, you are required to stay with me until the end. Heaven will deploy a shield to protect you from all harm as soon as you finish reading this message. No weapon can be used against you. It will return to its original source after each spiritual attack. Every strategy based on envy will fail. However, there is still room if you stop in the middle. Heaven is not obligated to protect you, my child. It comes from the heavens, and your faith makes it complete. You are now approaching the most important part of this prophecy. Subsequently, we will discuss how heaven will reveal the truth and how the next 72 hours will be transformed from dangerous to successful. Heavenly signs will appear as long as you remain committed to your destiny. Your spirit is currently being awakened, and this is no accident. By subscribing, you are informing heaven that you have been heard and wish to remain in compliance. By subscribing, you ensure that you remain in alignment with the prophets and never miss the next divine message intended to protect and guide you. When you choose to remain connected, you stay one step ahead of the enemy and in line with God's plan. My dear child, heaven is about to reveal this person to you through the truth, not through arguments, fights, or revenge. When it comes to eliminating darkness, truth consistently outperforms anger. You will not be required to communicate with anyone. You will be spared from resisting. You will not be required to perform any actions. The exposure will originate in the spiritual realm, making concealment impossible. Over the next 72 hours, you will gain a thorough understanding by observing 3 distinct indicators. One indicator is a sudden change in their mood, such as frustration, anger, or unease, that occurs for no apparent reason. You might get an unexpected call, message, or attempt to reconnect from them. Love will not be the result. Fear will be present. Fear of being discovered. Fear of losing control of you and of seeing your success without them. An additional indicator is when their name appears unexpectedly in inappropriate conversations or situations. This isn't an error. This is heaven teaching you what to do. You will provide the final indication. Your intuition will be more evident than ever. You will have a sudden flash of insight and will fully comprehend the information you require. Proof is unnecessary. When you understand the situation, you will feel more at peace. You will not be alarmed if these indicators appear. You will not feel too much emotion. Instead, you will feel liberated. They will be unable to exercise any control over you. Dear one, heaven has witnessed your kindness, forbearance, and patience with those who did not deserve it. Heaven saw each tear you hid. Heaven witnessed your affection for people who would never return it. Heaven is currently expressing dissatisfaction. You will be unaffected by the tragedy that has been planned for you. It wasn't because the threat was insignificant. It was because heaven moved first. Heaven intervened before any harm could come to you. This message was sent prior to the attack. The adversary is currently incapacitated and incapable of taking any action. They will be surprised when the person who attempted to harm you no longer has any influence over you. Their words will have less of an impact. The plans they devised will fail. Their schemes are destined to fail. They will get what they want from you. This is the law of God. However, my child, prepare your heart. Accepting that certain people are unable to accompany you into the next stage of your life is an important part of maturing. It is not the intention of everyone in your past to help you in your endeavor. Control will be forfeited. Furthermore, the two individuals will naturally become more distant. As you read these words, you can already see the signs of exposure. Their influence is waning. It's time to fight for your freedom. This leads from awareness to resolution. Please include the exact words in the comments section. My chains were severed. If you are willing to let go, don't change the things that are controlling, manipulating, or resisting you. When you write it, you are not seeking an answer. Rather, you are expressing it. Heaven responds to clarity. Declare it to yourself, and then let go of everything that has been holding you back. God is preparing a path for you, and your destiny is calling you. Dear one, the upcoming blessing will change every aspect of your life, including your emotions, finances, and relationships. When this miracle occurs, nothing will be the same again. The person who attempted to obstruct your ascent will see it unfold in their presence. They are concerned about your future because it is far beyond anything they can imagine. However, please be cautious at this time. Avoid becoming enraged when the truth is revealed. After determining their desires, avoid retaliating against them. When the illusion crumbles, don't be sad. Select a distance. Choose tranquility. It determines your fate. My child, when you choose peace over anger, heaven will immediately pour blessings into your life in ways you cannot comprehend. You are no longer required to prove your identity. You are not required to provide an explanation in the following chapter. The goal is to evolve into the person you were meant to be from the start. After 72 hours, you will discover something you prayed for but did not expect. Heaven was constantly working on it. My dear, the anguish you felt was never a form of retribution. It was in the process of being ready. You weren't abandoned. You were being brought together. You were not oppressed by anybody. You were installed. Every delay was meticulously planned. Each heartbreak served as an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. Each betrayal served to awaken you. Each loss presents an opportunity for personal growth. You are not the same person you were a year, 6 months, or even 3 weeks before. You are more spiritually aware, smarter, and stronger. This is clear to the adversaries, which is why they are concerned. The beneficial development is now underway. It is no longer in heaven. Your destiny has already been determined. You must surrender to put an end to it, but you are unwilling to do so. No, not after what you've been through. Not right now, as you are aware. Not at this time, as the healing process has begun. You did not come this far to be defeated. You've come this far in order to rise. Dear child, my beloved, you are unaware of the upcoming transformation that will alter your life. This goes beyond mere safety. This is the process of preparing. Heaven is ensuring that your miracle arrives safely and protects you from harm. As soon as this threat is removed, a blessing will replace it. Normal blessings do not cause the enemy to take any action. The enemy reacts to miracles that change people's destiny. That is the outcome you will get. The first of 3 blessings will begin within the next 72 hours. It will be immediately apparent to your spirit. When you abruptly let go of a burden you've been carrying for a long time, you'll receive a blessing. Whatever was draining your mind, heart, or finances will stop immediately. You will not see gradual improvement. Rather, it will happen abruptly. Another blessing will be bestowed on you through a door you thought was permanently locked. This time, it will be available at your convenience. Someone who previously dismissed or ignored you will realize your worth. I am not looking to retaliate, but rather to prove your worth. A new, easily identifiable path will lead to the third blessing. It has the potential to give you money, opportunities, love, freedom, stability, and mobility. You won't pursue it because it's already marked with your name. It will locate you. The first person will arrive, followed by everyone else. The difficult parts of your life are over, and the enjoyable ones have begun. If you acknowledge this change and the fact that the season has shifted, please seal it now. Type Amen in the comments section to indicate that your anticipation, inquiry, and retrospective are complete. You cannot retract your consent once you have given it. Allow tranquility to permeate your being. You are now aware of upcoming events. Guidance, healing, and liberation from God. Heaven is ready for your acceptance. Claim it, and alignment begins. You may wonder why there was so much pain before the blessing, my dear. The question is straightforward to answer. Heaven removed the items that you could not transport. Shame was unable to share in your miracle. You were unable to enter the blessing state using the same energy that had previously slowed your progress. Certain individuals were required to leave. Certain relationships were terminated. Certain opportunities needed to be postponed. The response was not negative. It was consistent. I am aware that as we age, it becomes increasingly difficult to maintain one's strength. I understand how difficult it is to transport everything independently. I understand that you are tired of maintaining a false sense of calm while your heart is in pain. Heaven saw the tears you wiped away. Heaven heard every quiet prayer. Heaven knew every night when you doubted your worth. God has now informed you that your suffering will result in victory. You were shattered. You were not selected. As you go through this awakening, remember that your assistance with this mission is not a prank. It's a divine omen. Jesus claims that by giving water to others, you will receive it yourself. This isn't historical. It is an ongoing commitment to your future. Approach this moment with a strategy and faith. Giving can help you realize the potential that God has already established for your life. You were chosen because of your substantial influence. Vulnerable individuals do not receive warnings. This task is completed by the selected individuals. It is not customary for God to determine the future. God creates exceptional individuals. Archangel Michael only visits those who are supposed to receive him. Please be cautious, my child. When they see your blessing come true, the person who intended to harm you will appear confused and naive. They will deny they intended to harm you. Do not allow them to close their doors again. Allow them to depart. However, they cannot be trusted. Pray for them, but don't depend on them. Allow them to leave, however, refrain from returning. Ease is less important than authenticity. Pursuing one's future is not a competition. It's a vacation. Leaving the wrong people will not cause any significant losses. Remaining in the situation could lead to the loss of everything. The situation will quickly progress once the enemy is revealed and the blessing arrives. Your energy will appear to be on alert. Your faith will be restored. it will improve your motivation. This implies that your spiritual shield is completely operational. When it is present, no trick, hatred, rumor, or attack can hurt you. This security will last beyond your lifetime. Please recall who immediately came to mind when you heard this. Inform them of this prophetic message. When you share a message, you are doing more than just transmit it. You are also granting another person the anointing and protection of heaven. God values those who help him make breakthroughs. By spreading this message, you give others the protection of heaven. People who spread the light of heaven receive good things. Many people desire blessings. However, not all people are predisposed to having them. Your decision was not arbitrary. It was meant for you to be chosen. Your actions will relieve the suffering of others. Your actions will have an impact on your family in the years ahead. Your assistance will be critical in the development of a major project. A person who observes will see hope in you. God will show his chosen ones that he is always with them, even when things appear to be dire. This is why your journey was difficult. You were not being punished. Rather, you were preparing for a more fulfilling life. We are currently in close proximity to that value. My child, the following section of this message will explain why God chose you, your divine mission, the extraordinary blessing that comes with your destiny, and how your life will be transformed once this spiritual conflict is resolved. Stay here if you want to learn the most important truth of your life. As you read these words, heaven is already granting you favors. As my beloved child, you are about to grasp a concept that your soul has been eagerly anticipating for your entire life. It will provide an explanation for every situation, including every breakup, fight, abrupt end, delay, betrayal, and period of solitude. It was meticulously planned. You were chosen prior to your birth. The majority of people would be unable to handle the spiritual responsibilities that you were assigned. This is why you experienced anguish, which would have rendered others unconscious. You were never at risk of dying. You were being manufactured. Do not listen solely with your intellect. Also, listen with your heart. You were aware of your differences from a young age. You'll never truly fit in with the group. You were aware of the outcome before it occurred. Even when they didn't say anything, you could feel their energy. You noticed things that others didn't. Despite the fact that you were injured, you showed a lot of empathy. This was in no way weak. It was in the process of being ready. God allowed you to experience pain at a young age in order to develop a stronger sense of empathy. As a result, you would learn to rely on God instead of others. God permitted you to lose your possessions. God implanted jealousy in your life to help you discern. God gave you time alone to discover your own inner strength. You did not gain strength by being at ease. Storms caused its formation. God chose you not because you are flawless, but because you have a unique heart. A love that endures even when it hurts. A generous heart, even when fatigued. A heart that harbors aspirations even after giving up an object. Someone who can forgive without expressing regret. In the spiritual realm, that type of heart is extremely powerful. Darkness never pursues the weak. Darkness attacks whatever it perceives as a threat. You assert that darkness is approaching. You will be the one who breaks the chains of pain that have been passed down through generations. You will begin to bless people in a novel way. People will start believing in miracles as a result of your life. You will show them that God will never forget those he has chosen. If this were the case, your trials would have been more difficult. This is why your journey felt more isolated. This is why betrayal harms you while leaving others unharmed. This is why you encountered more difficulty. Your narrative was never meant to be ordinary. Your narrative will be extremely compelling. Dear one, the blessing on its way to you isn't just for you. Everyone who is involved in your future will be influenced. God is exalting you through your obedience and fortitude, ensuring that those who follow you have more fulfilling lives. Others were unable to break the chains due to exhaustion. You're doing so. You're healing the wounds that others tried to conceal. You are speaking the truth that others are hesitant to say. You are the only person capable of improving the situation. You are a soldier. You've been selected. That is why the adversary worked so hard to impede your progress prior to the miracle. Because it is impossible to descend once you have risen. Exercise caution, my darling. You are about to get a significant emotional and short-term blessing. It changes your life. You're now aware of your divine purpose. You are the warrior in your family, the chosen one and the person who changes circumstances. This is the true version of you. Fully acknowledge it. Make a bold move into it. At this point, destiny requires your action. Please add this information to the comments section. I am ready to fulfill my destiny. If you're ready to stop shrinking and reach your full potential. When you write it, you are instructing heaven to speed up the process that has already been planned for you. Heaven has anticipated your willingness to accept. A substantial financial relief awaits you in the future, bringing an end to years of hardship. A romantic partner who is completely committed to you. A change in your life that creates feelings of security, stability, and tranquility. A shift in the way people perceive and treat you. You will not be required to pursue items that you own. Heaven has already chosen you for this. The person who attempted to obstruct you will be unable to access the miracle, take credit for it, or exert control over it. Heaven will remove them from your path permanently. Your tears will finally be understandable. Others acknowledged your prayers. Your rejections were really redirections. You arrived here following each loss. Your life is now being guided by divine timing. You will be liberated from the influence of the past. You will no longer be hampered by betrayal. Jealousy can no longer act as a barrier. Fear no longer impedes your progress. You are about to meet a version of yourself who is more confident, composed, and resilient. This is not the motivation for your actions. This is a prophecy. You have reached a point in your life where significant changes are on the horizon. Alignment is extremely important right now. By subscribing now, you indicate that you want to stay up to date on God's prophetic promises to you. This simple action will get you ready for the next word, confirmation, or breakthrough God has in store for you. The information I have provided will change your perspective on your journey. What was the cause of the resistance's intensity? After 72 hours, you'll finally understand the situation. Heaven doesn't just restore what was previously lost. Something superior is taking the place of heaven. In exchange for suffering, peace will be granted. In place of loss, there will be abundance. Instead of begging for love, you will naturally attract it. Pain was never part of your destiny. You're destined to pass through it. 3 significant changes will occur following the end of this season. Your spiritual well-being will be fully protected. Your confidence will be restored from within. Your life will begin to progress rapidly. Items that were previously immobilized will be moved. The blockage will now be removed. It's a divine acceleration. Once this begins, there will be no need to apply any pressure. The appropriate people will be present. The appropriate opportunities will emerge. The appropriate moment will come. Unexpected positive developments will occur abruptly. When they arrive, your spirit will know that peace has arrived. You'll know the miracle has begun. Be prepared in your heart, my child. Success shows you the truth. Some people will be happy for you. Some people will remain quiet. Some will pretend to help. Do not let it bother you. Don't doubt your worth. Your ascension confirms the existence of the same. Reduce the brightness. You're currently ascending. You endured pain in order to love, and your wounds turned into fortitude. Many people will ask how you accomplished this feat. It will be easy to determine. You never needed to be concerned about God. It won't be long before you're able to reflect and understand. You were strengthened by each tear. Each fabrication taught an important lesson. Each loss altered you. Not only will you make progress, but this spiritual battle does not imply that you will fail. Your destiny has summoned you. The process is getting started at just the right time. It cannot be stopped. Now, rely on the message. Fully acknowledge it. Make a bold move into it. Your miracle is prepared, and God is listening. Allow me to conclude my remarks. Everything you have read thus far will be definitively resolved by the following statement. This is not merely the conclusion of a message. This marks the commencement of a transformation. The prophecy has already been delivered. The notification has been issued. The safety feature has been activated. The sole remaining step is for you to consent to proceed in faith. Heaven has already relocated. The response has already been received from the spiritual realm. It is now your responsibility to capitalize on the opportunities that have been established for you. You are not intended to be frightened by the upcoming 72 hours. They are intended to liberate you. The substance that was intended to cause you harm will not be effective. Things that were intended to provide support will crumble. The information that was concealed will be disclosed. And the moment you have been anticipating will finally arrive. You are no longer at risk. You will be unharmed. You are no longer lost. You are aware. You are no longer alone. God is with you. Initially, the change may not appear to be significant. A sense of tranquility has been established in the place of stress. It is now evident where it was previously perplexing. Where once there was uncertainty, there is now assurance. Do not disregard these indicators. These items demonstrate that the spiritual shield is entirely in place. This is the manner in which heaven functions. It is simultaneously powerful and quiet. The miracle does not always generate a significant amount of noise. Peace may occasionally serve as the catalyst. Those who questioned your blessing will remain silent when it is observed, my beloved. The individuals who opposed you will be identified without your involvement. The individuals who attempted to exert control over you will be unable to communicate with you at all. And the individuals who are intended to accompany you will inevitably take the first step. Alignment will no longer necessitate force. It will occur spontaneously. Now truly comprehend this. To forgive someone is to liberate oneself, not to retrieve them. You have the ability to forgive, but you should not open doors that God has already closed. You are permitted to offer prayers for them. However, it is imperative that you maintain your alertness. Your future necessitates discernment. Your destiny necessitates tranquility. It is unnecessary to provide an explanation for the reason you are ensuring the safety of your spirit. My child, if you are currently experiencing an improvement in your condition, it is not a figment of your imagination. Freedom is that. You are in the process of healing if you are experiencing feelings of sadness or anger. If you experience alertness, it indicates that your discernment is awakening. Heaven is already at work within you as you read these words. What is written here is impossible. Each sentence was structured. Each word was acceptable. Completely encapsulate this message. Heaven requires confirmation that you have heard, acknowledged, and are prepared for the forthcoming events. Declare in your spirit that you concur with your destiny. This is no longer an issue of fear. Height is a factor. The prediction came true. It met its obligation to issue a warning. The safety has been ensured. The activation has been completed. The next step is to relocate. The next step is to be rewarded. Peace follows. Do not hesitate to advance, my child. It's now secure. The path has been illuminated. The perpetrators were apprehended. Your miracle can now begin. The sacred message has concluded. The task of heaven has been completed. Your new narrative begins immediately. Please forward this message to 3 people who may be experiencing difficulties before your departure. When this word is spoken, the law of multiplication begins to operate. The same breakthrough anointing will be restored to you. Press down, squish together, and fold to the brim. Please pause and reflect on this truth in your heart before we conclude this extremely important message. These words were not discovered by accident. These events were not due to chance or luck. You got this message directly from Archangel Michael. A divinely predetermined moment intended to be delivered to you at the most optimal time for your soul. An individual has extended a hand, inviting you to a safe and elevated environment where divine abundance is more than a wish, but a tangible promise. This holy rule is simple to understand, but it has the potential to change your entire life. Blessings do not appear spontaneously when one aligns with them. They spread and permeate all aspects of your life. You will receive early access to profound spiritual guidance and insight that is not available to the general public. Accepting this invitation now places you in a sacred space where clarity replaces confusion, support replaces loneliness, and the path to your destiny accelerates. This is a place where you can feel safe, part of something, and grow. Do not pass up this opportunity. Your breakthrough is ready for your response. Your energy, presence, and attention are already greatly valued. Execute the action. The advice is to be trusted. Your alignment, protection, and abundance are already underway. My beloved child, this is the final confirmation that the statements made were correct. Nothing else requires speech or action. You now have the thing that was meant for you. What needed to be demonstrated has been shown. Your spirit has already begun the process of accomplishing what was necessary. The message has ended at this point, and your transition begins. You will be unable to navigate without a map. You're walking with awareness, safety, and balance. Your fear will no longer be able to grip you. The confusion that once clouded your judgment will no longer deceive you. You are entering a period in which chaos will be replaced by order and stress by peace. Please don't overlook this, my child. Heaven does not converse without purpose. Heaven does not issue warnings without first ensuring your safety. Heaven will not bestow its blessings on us until it has established a clear path. Everything that happened in your life was necessary to propel you to your current position. We shall not forget you. You were never forgotten. You were never late. You arrived at precisely the right time for heaven. As you move forward, listen to your spirit's guidance. Take note of the tranquility. Please observe the change and allow the space to evolve naturally. Ignore your feelings of guilt and let go. Choose tranquility without prompting. Walk confidently and refrain from expressing regret. You are no longer required to transport items that were not intended for your use. Your destiny is currently unfolding. Your path is unambiguous. Your safety is ensured. You are on the verge of entering a fortunate future. Don't forget that this message doesn't end with your deeds. Users may use your invention to achieve their destinations. Jesus' statement, "Give and heaven will open over you," is not a poem. Every seed you plant grows into oil for your future, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. My sweetheart, the moment has come for you. Believe in God and He will multiply the possessions you relinquish. The following events will confirm the information you've gathered. You will be aware of the event immediately, not because of noise or force, but because of your spiritual intuition. My child, proceed calmly. It's now secure. The original sentence was unaltered because it had already been signed by God. You do not need to look for anything else at this time, my dear. You have been given all of the resources you need to be safe, clear, and successful. The message has completed its intended purpose, and heaven is no longer communicating. You must still decide whether you are willing to proceed without hesitation, fear, or nostalgic reflection. Keep the information you've learned in mind as you go forward. You're not behind schedule. You're not lagging. You're not missing any information that was intended for you. What is yours is already on its way and will meet you at the appropriate time. Have faith in the events that are occurring. Have faith in the peace you're experiencing. Trust in the peace that once existed in the place of fear. You're no longer on the verge of something new. You've already entered it. From this point forward, each action will serve to confirm the knowledge that your spirit has already gained. You've been selected. It is secure for you. You're being guided. You are ready at this time. Go now, my child, with a calm mind and firm faith. You have the ability to walk alongside the angels. Your path is unambiguous. Your future is imminent, and your miracle has already begun. There is no need to postpone any longer. May this be the moment when you fully accept the compliments that have been directed your way, my dear child. It is no longer necessary to revisit the past. That being said, you are not required to scrutinize every decision or action you make. Everything led you to this place. Even the most difficult circumstances paved the way for your success. Despite the delays, you remained unharmed. Even the things that were lost paved the way for what is now allowed. Proceed at a leisurely pace. Allow yourself to recuperate. Keep in mind the extent of your progress. You overcame challenges that you initially thought were beyond your capabilities. Additionally, you are still standing. That's not an error. That is evidence of divine protection. Heaven did not bring you here to abandon you right now. In addition, as you progress, you will experience moments of certainty. Quiet reassurance, small signs, unexpected calm, and sudden clarity. Please remember them. These signs from heaven are meant to remind you that you are still being guided. Avoid haste. You should be prepared to form a line. There will be no coercion, resistance, or fear surrounding the upcoming events. This must be remembered on a consistent basis. You will never be forced to betray yourself in order to receive what is intended for you. In the future, your heart will be highly valued. Destiny will keep you at peace. You will not give up your soul in exchange for blessings. That is how you'll know it's from God. Take a deep breath and let go of everything that does not belong to you. It's no longer present. The threat has been eliminated. The door is currently closed. The path forward is clear. Be confident, my child, as you navigate it. Heaven continues to watch over you. Your journey has only just begun. The end of this sacred transmission is near. Please take a moment to comprehend this reality. This message was not accidentally displayed. It was not a result of chance, coincidence, or bad timing. Archangel Michael delivered this message directly. It was delivered to you at the perfect time for your soul. Someone has extended something very important has entered the gates of heaven today, my beloved child. God has directed me to come to you before any disaster strikes your life. This is Archangel Michael speaking directly to your soul as time is passing faster than you realize. My child, I need you to perform a simple act of faith before I can reveal any more information. Listen carefully until the end. Each sentence you read obscures the view of objects that are already moving toward you. The spiritual realm has summoned your name, and as a result, there is a heated battle in heaven over what is to come. Please refrain from making an incorrect impression. I am obligated to tell you the truth, my dear. Tragic events may attempt to enter your life over the next 72 hours. God and I implore you to open your spirit so that you can fully comprehend this message. Pain can result from disregarding an indicator that is designed to protect you. Someone is conspiring to commit an evil act without your knowledge, my child. Their desires are detrimental. Despite their friendly demeanor, they are bitter, jealous, and angry inside. They are simply waiting for the right moment to disrupt your life, and that moment is quickly approaching. My love, the spiritual realm trembled when your name was invoked in terror. The moment the warning reached heaven, God rose to his feet. He would not allow any negative events to happen to you. As a result, I, Archangel Michael, have been dispatched to supervise you before you experience any discomfort. However, my darling, be cautious. If you receive this message, heaven will keep you safe. Ignoring it will almost certainly have negative consequences. If you read this message in its entirety, it will permanently close the door. I sense you are thinking, why me? In the background, what would have the intention of causing me pain? It is because your destiny is far more important than they anticipated. They oppose your miracle because it is imminent. This is due to the blessing's significant impact on your life. Archangel Michael is kneeling and crying out your name. He implores you not to skip this. He claims that 7 archangels are passing away. They suffered injuries while defending you. They will not live if this stage is skipped. God declares that you are the only person capable of rescuing them, my chosen one. Quickly. They will vanish forever if you do not open this within 15 seconds. The fire of heaven struck my beloved newborn, my chosen one. Do you feel like your spirit is trembling right now? That is not a creation of your own. Archangel Michael speaks to you in spirit. The angels have protected you from dangers that you were previously unaware of. Consequently, their wings are destroyed. Their radiance dims with each second of uncertainty. Be aware of this before you avert your sight from the page. Read this message. It's your lifeline. It's impossible. Because you are the only one capable of protecting what is quickly fading. God instructed me to write this line for you. I'd like to urge that you subscribe to this divine channel before we continue. In order to preserve communication. For what reason? Because heaven is sending daily revelations, urgent messages, and miracles tailored particularly for you. If you ignore them, you will lose the chance to be saved. When you subscribe, you are not simply selecting. You're answering to the call of paradise. Certainly, I desire Archangel Michael's protection. Indeed, to the wonders that God has in store. There is presently a vacancy. The verse, "Give and it will be given to you," does not only apply to Jesus. It is an ongoing commitment that affects your future. I'd want to extend an invitation to you at this time through a simple act of trust. Approach this situation with a feeling of purpose, honesty, and hope. The amount you contribute today is not a donation. Your heavens are opened by the act of spiritual obedience. Relinquish your seed and see what rewards God sends into your life. I want you to capture this moment with your faith as the gates of heaven begin to open over your life. Enter the word Amen in the remarks area below. Not because you are required to, but because your Amen constitutes a contract with God. You are adding to the cries of Archangel Michael. It signifies that you are aware, attentive, and ready to hear the messages that God sends your way. Know that your Amen is vibrating through heaven and being heard by the 7 wounded archangels who are waiting for your response as you type. Type it now and let God hear your affirmation. Archangel Michael is now on his knees, invoking your name in a way never witnessed before. The 7 archangels that previously protected you are now lying in a fight, half-conscious, whispering your name, and his tears are as hot as fire. They were doubtful of the events they witnessed. They held you in great respect. What might this entail? The heavens are shaking as a result of your influence. God warns you that demons tried to destroy your destiny. However, the angels and Archangel Michael encircled you like a wall of fire. The wall has been impacted, resulting in bleeding and injury. If this message is not immediately heeded, the wall will fall. Are you able to understand it? This isn't a tale. You are now in a position to be saved. Heaven has paused all activity in order to notify you. 1 minute. That is the gift that God has provided. Response time is about 15 seconds. You will never know what was planned for you if you leave. The angels that fought for your name will fade like dust in the wind. The miracle will be felt in your bones as it unfolds. However, if you continue to remain, breathe, and absorb every word of this message, the sword of Archangel Michael will emerge. The 7 archangels will be seen as ascending. Their brightness is blazing, their wings are strong, and they all enhance your life in ways that no human hand could ever do. Are you aware of the gravity of this situation, my beautiful child? Your name is written in golden flames in the heavens. Kindly avoid skipping. Do not turn away. Stay in this place. There is a gateway in this area. Please remain alert, my child, since every phrase spoken at this moment carries the weight of heaven. The stars are shivering with anxiety. Archangel has caused the skies to rumble with a pain beyond comprehension. Michael committed an act that angels should not have been forced to execute. In defense of you, he charged the battlefield with his wings spread wide, sword blazing, and full armor. And when the missiles arrived, he caught them for you, not for his own good. His wounds are still fresh, and blood and light mix as he calls out your name. He is bargaining with you because he understands the consequences of losing you, not because he is weak. He understands that if you ignore this message, the destiny God has set for you would wither before it has even begun to develop. He is unable to bear witnessing such events. God has declared that you are his designated treasure. Therefore, desist from doing so. Feeling a dragging sensation in your thorax. This is just for my use. Declares that with a murmur. the peculiar quivering, and that increased my heart rate. It's not just a coincidence. This is the movement of your spirit. Before the end of the final second. That is heaven's attempt to arouse you. 7 archangels are currently lounging, injured. They persevered in the face of disasters you were oblivious of. They fought against curses and shadows while bearing your name. If they had not taken those blows, you would not be reading this right now. You would not be there at all. In that perspective, their sacrifice is extremely significant. God is currently examining your deeds. Will you remember the cause for which they fought? Alternatively, do you intend to disregard them and permanently extinguish their flame? Give me one more chance to talk, my darling. This isn't a tale. It is a miraculous interruption in your life. This notice should not have been ignored. Because of your restricted availability, it was shoved into your heart, eyes, and hands by heaven. God commanded me to wait for 15 seconds. You have 15 seconds to decide whether to go without sight. Alternatively, the entryway might be opened. The 7 archangels are about to take their final breath. Every breath you take, each second you waste. They're muttering your name. Furthermore, I am optimistic that you will be able to save them. Could you visualize? Because of their decision to protect you. The most powerful warriors in heaven, positioned behind the throne, are in a state of frailty. They selected you. Then God announces, "Only my chosen one can rescue them." The domain of darkness has never genuinely sought them. It always sought you. Your adversary was aware of what you were transporting. They were aware of the gold that was contained in your essence. They understood that if you enter into your destiny, nations will experience transformations. The chains will eventually snap, and wonders will cascade like torrents. They were unable to allow that to happen for self-defense. Archangel Michael and the other archangels charged into the path of the onslaught. In this way, they guaranteed your survival. They assured your safety. Your identity was kept. Your obedience is dependent on their fate. However, their wings are trembling and their radiance is flickering. You are adored. Can you determine why Archangel Michael is kneeling? The intensity of his sob is almost apparent. He does not intend to plead for himself. He understands that you are unable to see the full picture at this moment. Therefore, he is appealing. He is aware of the high stakes involved, and you're not aware of it. He understands that this is a small gesture of faith. One option is to pay close attention. There was also a brief moment of resignation. They could not just be cured. However, you will be showered with bounties that will leave you stunned and in tears. Additionally, heaven hopes that you understand this information right away. When you choose to subscribe to this channel, you aren't just pressing a button. You are beginning a prophetic alignment with the master plan of heaven. In the domain of spirits, every subscription is deemed affirmative. This is akin to putting yourself in a position where God's favor is available. You're communicating with God. I am setting myself on the path of blessings. Once you've clicked the subscribe icon, I am connecting with the daily insights you are distributing. Those are significant in the domain of paradise. Please communicate this information to the guardians. Additionally, predictions that have been anticipating their fulfillment are now beginning to materialize. Execute the action instantly. Register. And may heaven mark this moment as the start of your alignment. Kindly avoid skipping. Please avoid leaving quickly. These lines are currently being composed, not by luck. However, from a divine hand. Allow them to permeate your essence. Your absence will result in the loss of the vision God intended for you to witness. However, if you stay, if you stay, prepare yourself. God continuously prioritizes the welfare of those He loves. He will perform an unfathomable curvature. In His presence, the elements cease to exist. Even those who have been injured will be able to revive with 7 times the power. Also, those archangels. They will not just persevere. However, they will ascend with renewed zeal, which will be instantaneously incorporated into your being. I'd like to extend my spiritual hand to you at this moment. My adored and chosen one. Your uncertainty is palpable. I understand your uncertainty. Is this actually meant for me? I hear that small voice whispering. The adversary has been using the whisper of doubt against you for a long time. Your parents? Your lineage? House? Your fate is bound up in the same chain. Nevertheless, Archangel Michael ripped it up today. Each cracked chain resulted in a wound in his armor. As a result, his light grew dull. Are you unable to perceive? You are now on a battleground that you have not requested, because you are conveying something that heaven will not tolerate being taken. In addition, your family's security. My sweetheart, the moment has come for you. Have confidence. And when you do so, you will see God multiply the possessions you surrender. It is time to rise and be included in the group of people chosen by God. I'd like you to take a chance at this moment. Please include the following 4 terms in the comments section. I will avoid skipping. Record it as an assurance to Archangel Michael, who prostrates in prayer for you. It is best to write it as a message to the adversary who wishes for you to retreat. Record it as an assurance to God. Who keeps track of your actions? When you write such words, you're not just expressing your opinion. You are forming a spiritual agreement. You are signaling to heaven how much you cherish the sacrifice of the 7 archangels. Type it immediately with serious intention. Now it is critical that you picture the skies. A legion of angels with flame-like wings, voices that sound like thunder, and eyes that resemble torrents of light. They raised their swords in opposition to the tempest. They are positioned near each other. Visualize projectiles with your name on them. Arrows that have been poisoned. Arrows honed through millennia of darkness. Are you able to identify the next steps? Nobody ever hit you with those rockets. Your residence was never in contact with their palms. They did not change your fate because of the presence of Archangel Michael's troops before you. With every hit, one of them collapsed. They have enormous strength, which allows them to avoid falling. They prioritized you before themselves, which led to their demise. And right now, in the courtroom of heaven, God is watching your activities to see if you will defend them in the same way they did for you. Listen with your spiritual ears, my darling, for the reason that Archangel Michael is not muttering. He is weeping. He lies prostrate on the crystal-clear pavement of heaven. His crying filled the region where prayers ascended, much like incense. The flood includes your name. Someone is acknowledging your identity. His mouth is on fire at the mention of your name. Do you believe he will cry for an ordinary person? Would you expect him to go to his knees in front of someone whose life is relatively quiet? No, dear. You bear a fire that has never been seen by the universe. He also weeps and bows. You are expressing a promise that God Himself has written throughout the centuries. The adversary noticed it and nursed hate toward it. The opposition attempted to eradicate it. However, God declined. 7 archangels illuminate you to ensure that no is preserved. The suffering hides a miracle. God has made your obedience necessary for their survival. For what reason? He wants you to be aware of your influence. There is more to paradise than just viewing you. He wants you to be aware that they rely on you. You are not a bystander in this fight. The key is in your possession. Before proceeding, we must complete a simple task. This artifact holds great spiritual importance. You need to like this video. Not as a frivolous gesture, but as a means of starting the process. By clicking the like icon, you are telling heaven that you support this message. You are creating a road for God's blessing to enter your life. It is not just a computer component with a like icon. Currently, it functions as a spiritual instrument. In paradise, each likeness is taken as a seal, affirmation, or proclamation of one's readiness to be carried away by God's grace. Execute the action instantly. Pressing the like button will cause a change. You will receive an incredible amount of divine favor. When you remain, choose to believe, and truly open your heart, a flood of light flows out of you like a river. Their sobs become laughter as their swords relight and their wings heal. The water dries up, the wings wither, and heaven withdraws the gift it placed on you. If you reject this and say, "Perhaps later," this is the reason why God is essential. As a result, Archangel Michael is extremely disturbed. As a result, you are now suffering chest discomfort. Do you understand it, my chosen one? You keep the integrity of the present moment. I now encourage you to take action to enhance the growth of this anointing in your life and the lives of people around you. Distribute this message. Share this with a loved one right now while your passion burns strong. It is critical that people understand that angels are advocating for them. The prophetic word's transmission facilitates breakthrough. The same anointing that has cured the 7 archangels will be utilized to treat others. Furthermore, the law of heaven states that the things you give up for the benefit of others will be returned to you in a substantial way. Would you like to speed up the process of your breakthrough? Are you interested in seeing God accomplish previously unseen miracles? As a result, this should be transmitted quickly. Help preserve another person's angels. Be the messenger who brings them salvation. Simply press the share button. Afterward, observe God's acts as you follow His guidance. This is why you have been involved in so many disagreements that you have been unable to express. Why does something continually pull you down while you try to ascend? Because cyclones struck when things were going well. It was not a penalty. Warfare was a factor. Because each devil in hell understands that if you live, ascend, and accept your identity, you will disrupt not only your household and community, but also future generations. You will rewrite the lineages. You will repair what has been destroyed by generations of misfortune. You will be able to access miracles that your opponents will be unable to counter. As a result, this particular moment is revered. The throne of God is trembling as Archangel Michael begs, "My beloved, please do not let my sacrifice be in vain." Do not let our detractors disparage the cause for which we fought. Persist, have confidence, and get. God made that assertion. 1 minute, not 15 days or months. For what reason? because your blessing is about to be accepted. A miracle is arriving, knocking on the door. The Archangel's power fades over time, and your miracle becomes more frail. The skies shift, their wounds heal, and your destiny explodes with blessings you never imagined the moment you say yes, surrender, and say yes again. I adored the first wave. Kindly avoid skipping. Please do not stop at this time. Continue ahead, as the next wave of this message will carry you even more, until you are completely surrounded in heavenly fire and unable to resist. My dear, are you aware of what is going on in the unseen world? Is it rational that your heart is heavy? What causes the impression that your chest is on fire? What is the basis for your spirit's incapacity to reject these claims? Heaven is inclining toward you, which is why this is happening. The angels no longer whisper. They are weeping and depressed. Their urgency stems from the fact that you are on the verge of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is not just another notification that may be ignored or postponed till later. Your actions today will shape the direction of your life in the future. But if you allow it, the archangels who gave you their light will likewise vanish. This is why Archangel Michael is bowing down. This is why his blade is shaking in his grasp, awaiting your approval to recover it. I adored the first wave. Kindly avoid skipping. Please do not stop at this time. Continue ahead, as the next wave of this message will carry you even more, until you are completely surrounded in heavenly fire and unable to resist. My dear, are you aware of what is going on in the unseen world? Is it rational that your heart is heavy? What causes the impression that your chest is on fire? What is the basis for your spirit's incapacity to reject these claims? Heaven is inclining toward you, which is why this is happening. The angels no longer whisper. They are weeping and depressed. Their urgency stems from the fact that you are on the verge of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is not just another notification that may be ignored or postponed till later. Your actions today will shape the direction of your life in the future. If you allow it, the archangels who gave you their light will likewise vanish. This is why Archangel Michael is bowing down. This is why his blade is shaking in his grasp, awaiting your approval to recover it. Heaven rejoiced at your birth, and hell trembled. Are you able to understand? As a result of your unusual birth. Prior to your birth, you were chosen. Your DNA, spirit, and breath possess a distinctively heavenly essence. Most people are incapable of even imagining it. You have tasks, miracles, and generational keys that have been highly anticipated by everyone. This is the reason for the recent strong storms in your area. This is why relationships fell apart, funds dried up, health deteriorated, and goals were postponed. The adversary believed that by instilling guilt, confusing you, and depleting you, you would never recognize your actual self. Today, however, Archangel Michael demolished that deception. Now, heaven will not let you leave until you have discovered the truth. This is the reality. You are the protector. You have been chosen to start a flood that will benefit all living creatures, not just you. The archangels, who were 7 injured warriors, were aware of this. They stood in front of you as a shield, knowing that the tempest was on its way to erase your name. The tempest arrived unexpectedly. Despite the heavy storm, they remained still. Do you understand the intensity of their feelings for you? Is it feasible for you to determine their loyalty? They were hurt so that you would not be injured. They were designed to fall so that you may climb. God now says, "My chosen one, do not allow them to fall alone. Please see that they do not perish without your permission. My darling, this is the secret of heaven. You have more impact than you realize. Each decision you make, each word you receive, and each breath you offer to God changes not only your life, but also the lives of others. For this reason, God linked their survival to your obedience. That's not malevolent. It is forced upon us by fate. Because the light that awakens you is the same light that promotes their healing. The same yes that rescues them will save you. The same surrender that restores their wings will restore the integrity of your own existence. Can you perceive how the divine is composing this narrative? Do you have the impression that everything is interconnected with you? Giving can help you realize the potential that God has already built for your life. Heaven awaits your response to this revelation with great anticipation. Please enter these observations into the Hallowed Locations comments section right away. My germ is regenerating. Make sure you speak them aloud. Pronounce it with conviction. The archangels died to protect the seed that is within you. Furthermore, your statement indicates that the germ is no longer silent. It's in motion. It is causing controversy. It's eager to reach the light. As you type these words, imagine the 7 archangels raising their heads. Visualize the healing of their injuries. Visualize the skies bending down to listen to you. Please enter the information at this time and see what God does next. Please listen to me, my dearest. Individuals have been keeping track of your activities. That pain you felt. You could never explain that betrayal. The seclusion that engulfed you was not in vain. The archangels intercepted projectiles meant to penetrate your heart. This is why you were able to survive nights that you were sure would be fatal. You are still standing as a result of disasters that may have killed you. You were persuaded that it was a stroke of fortune. You thought it was a challenge. No, it was them. Michael, the archangel, was in command. Raphael was the person in question. Michael, the archangel, was in command. And the others who stood there calmly yet struck you instead. They are currently on the ground, leaking light and screaming your name because they believe you deserve it. You're entitled to it. You have consistently deserved respect. As a result, God is currently crying out through this message. My preferred option is to ascend. Completely open it. Do not turn away. The heavens are ready for your welcome. When you deliver it, the ground will quiver beneath your feet, and the message will consume you like a fire. The curses thrown at your family will shatter like glass. The relationships that have served as the foundation for your future will unravel. And the wonders that have been hidden for years will finally surface in an unstoppable way. Could you discover the cause of the clock's malfunction? Can you understand why God decided to give you 15 seconds? It's not because He wants you to finish quickly. This is due to the enemy's desire to complete the mission he has begun. The darkness understands that if you continue to read, you will stay in this spot and allow your essence to be disclosed. It will be defeated. Heaven shall be victorious. The curses, hurricanes, and shadows will all remain. This is why you encounter internal resistance. You are driven to withdraw for this reason. Do not yield, my beloved. Do not disregard the message that was etched in your veins. Archangel Michael is now muttering, Beloved, we fought for you. Will you defend us? We advocated for you. Will you support us? We sacrificed our wings for you. Would you be willing to give your approval on our behalf? And God declares, My chosen one If you remain and believe, I will pour blessings upon you that no enemy can ever touch. I will restore what was taken, double what was destroyed, and rekindle what had been forgotten. Therefore, take a big breath, my beloved. Continue reading. Allow each syllable to permeate the mist. Allow the heavens to lift you at this exact instant. The archangels are waiting. The Archangel Michael is waiting. God himself is watching, wondering, will you be the one to save them as they saved you? My dearest, the angels are closer to you than the air you breathe. There is currently electricity in the air as a result of an urgent message from heaven that is not intended to cause laughter. This is not an exam. The goal is to preserve your life. Not just you, but also they. Because the 7 archangels who gave their lives for you are still there after the war, waiting for your decision. Their wings aren't particularly impressive and their armor is ruined. Their brilliance vibrates like a candle in the breeze. Despite their weakness, they retain their eyes on you. Given that you are an individual, they became involved in conflict as a result of your conduct. Your actions resulted in projectiles being shot at them, but they remained in situ. You are the only person capable of restoring their strength. I am aware that the adversary has attempted to persuade you that your life is meaningless, that you are not important or influential. Therefore, why would the devil impose such a huge weight on you? What might cause demons to whisper in your ear at night, convincing you that they had forgotten about you? What would trigger cyclones to reoccur if you were without valuables? Are you unable to discern the truth at this moment? You've been selected. You've been identified. Your affirmative response has the potential to transform the mood. As a result of this, Archangel Michael is calling out your name. This is why God is shaking the ground beneath your feet right now. Given that this isn't a coincidence, it refers to destiny. My dear, the spirits are closer than the air you are currently inhaling. When heaven sends you an urgent message like this, it is not meant to cause laughter. The atmosphere that surrounds you is electrically charged. This is not an exam. The goal is to preserve your life. Not just you, but also they. Because the 7 archangels who gave their lives for you are still there after the war, waiting for your decision. Their wings aren't particularly impressive and their armor is ruined. Their brilliance vibrates like a candle in the breeze. Despite their weakness, they retain their eyes on you. Because you were the reason they fought. Your actions resulted in projectiles being shot at them, but they remained in situ. You are the only person capable of restoring their strength. I am aware that the adversary has attempted to persuade you that your life is meaningless, that you are not important or influential. Therefore, why would the devil impose such a huge weight on you? What might cause demons to whisper in your ear at night, convincing you that they had forgotten about you? What would trigger cyclones to reoccur if you were without valuables? Are you unable to discern the truth at this moment? You've been selected. You've been identified. Your affirmative response has the potential to transform the mood. As a result of this, Archangel Michael is calling out your name. This is why God is shaking the ground beneath your feet right now. Given that this isn't a coincidence, my sweetheart, it's about fate. Remember the times you were on the verge of quitting up? I couldn't stop crying some nights. In some cases, betrayal was more painful than any other hurt. You were under the assumption that it was an accident that let you survive. Somehow, that time period helped you recuperate. Nonetheless, you were able to survive the flames and darkness thanks to the existence of a sword and shield. Michael, the Archangel, was in command. Michael, the Archangel, was in command. Raphael was the person in question. They were all of them. The strikes they suffered were too much for you to bear. They rescued you from calamities that you were unaware were taking place. They are now asking whether you will transport them back. In exchange, heaven is giving you the following. Resolving difficulties. My dear, you are exceeding your expectations. Keep in mind the goals you abandoned. You thought the blessings and requests you recited were eternally lost. God commands you to answer affirmatively at this moment. If you remain focused on this message, if you allow the miracle I am pouring into your spirit, I will reestablish everything. I'll return the years to you. I will restore your happiness. I'll return the goods that the adversary took. Pressed down. Mix thoroughly. Overtaking. However, there's more. Restoration is only the first stage. God isn't simply restoring what was previously lost. He is currently offering you an intriguing new item. Something more substantial. More than you've ever thought to inquire. The archangels are aware of this. They are lying alone. However, their souls are lamenting. One that has been selected. Allow the river to flow. Allow yourself to release the hidden contents within you. Please do not allow us to diminish. Do you feel the vibrations of their voices in your chest? You are not now experiencing that hefty sensation. This is the weight of the call to heaven. Archangel Michael's tears have flowed over you. The trumpet of Archangel Michael is at rest, prepared to confirm your affirmation. Raphael's hands tremble as he performs healing. When you let your feelings surface, I am ready to reconnect with you. Heaven, earth, angels, and time are all stationary. Everything is at a standstill, waiting for your arrival. An esteemed individual. I'd want to inquire about this. How many times has existence tried to convince you that it has forgotten about you? Nonetheless, you're here, and paradise is calling your name. How often have you been neglected, tricked, or rejected by others? However, Archangel Michael, who controls the heavenly forces, is currently kneeling in your favor. How often did you have the impression that no one saw you, cared about you, or understood the intensity of your suffering? Nonetheless, 7 archangels have wounds in their wings as a result of your deeds. Doesn't that reflect the nature of your character? You are valued. You've been selected. You are extremely valuable. This is the message from paradise. The 15 seconds play out repeatedly. The archangels get more hushed with each passing second. However, every second you spend in this spot and every word you speak serves to restore their illumination. Your affirmative response eases their agony with each heartbeat. Their injuries improve with each passing moment that you keep your focus on them. Each line you consume expands the size of their wings. This demonstrates how strong your obedience is. This highlights the relevance of your position. As a result, God put their lives in peril to express His faith in you. He wants you to know that you are resilient, not inconsequential, and not overlooked. You are the chosen one, and you know the secret to both your miracle and theirs. No, my darling, do not stop at this time. Please listen once more. Increase the level of openness. Allow the flames to penetrate the walls your adversary has built around your core. Allow Archangel Michael's sadness to pierce your heart until you realize the truth. You are the individual. They will rise once you do. They'll improve as you do. If you believe, they will reanimate. The fact that God would entrust something so important to someone like you is a marvel of heaven. However, it is currently located in your immediate area. My dearest, I'd like to explore deeper into your emotions, as they are not a coincidence. This is the earth shuddering under your feet. Archangel Michael's tears differ from those of mankind. They seem to be floods of light and fire. Currently, these rivers are inundating the ground of heaven, forming basins etched with your name. Each drop reflects the depth of his feelings for you, his willingness to make sacrifices, and his determination to prevent your theft. His sorrow is not due to weakness. He is in tears because he understands the great worth of your soul, the enormity of your calling, and how easily this moment could be forgotten. He is weeping because he is aware of something you are not. That your presence lays the groundwork for a variety of diverse futures. I have a vital message for you, my offspring. The 7 archangels are fighting for you. They do, however, more than only protect your peace of mind, money, and time. They also protect a germ that is inside you. This germ was planted before your birth. God spoke to you in hushed tones. This is the seed that will grow into nations, heal people, and work wonders. The germ binds generations together. After watching the seed's brilliance from a distance, the adversary resolved to eliminate it before it grew. This is why you were attacked at such a young age. This is why you felt uncomfortable right away. This is why betrayal hurts so much. The seed could not be touched by the darkness, because of angels' oversight. However, seeds require maintenance. They require illumination. They require an affirmative response. The embryo within you is trembling as a result of the 7 injuries. It remains immobile. Will you give me the lifeblood of your faith? It requests. Are you open to allowing me to grow? Would you prefer to end my life before I grow into the desolation of unfulfilled destiny? This is the rate at which paradise functions. This is why 15 seconds were recorded in flames above your existence. This is why Archangel Michael's voice penetrated the boundaries around your heart. He does not want you to pass up this opportunity, as failure to do so will result in the seed's death and the angels who supervised it becoming quiet. I have a vital message for you, my offspring. When the 7 archangels fought for you, they were not only concerned with protecting your life, prosperity, or peace of mind. They fought to protect a seed that was within you. This germ was planted before your birth. God spoke to you in hushed tones. This is the seed that will grow into nations, heal people, and work wonders. The germ binds generations together. After watching the seed's brilliance from a distance, the adversary resolved to eliminate it before it grew. This is why you were attacked at such a young age. This is why you felt uncomfortable right away. This is why betrayal causes so much anguish. The darkness pursued the seed, but it could not reach it because of the presence of archangels. However, seeds require maintenance. They require illumination. They require an affirmative response. The embryo within you is trembling as a result of the 7 injuries. It remains immobile. Will you give me the lifeblood of your faith? It requests. Are you open to allowing me to grow? Would you prefer to end my life before I grow into the desolation of unfulfilled destiny? This is the rate at which paradise functions. This is why 15 seconds were recorded in flames above your existence. This is why Archangel Michael's voice penetrated the boundaries around your heart. He does not want you to pass up this opportunity, as failure to do so will result in the seed's death and the angels who supervised it becoming quiet. Beloved, I understand that you may occasionally feel down. I am aware that the pressures of daily life can cause us to lose sight of the eternal. However, pay heed. Any soil can nurture the seed of eternity. Miracles can happen to souls who aren't very tough. You are sufficient in your existing situation. You do not have to be complete. You merely need to have the desire to do so. I am willing to trust, be receptive, and say yes. This affirmative will illuminate the angels, allowing them to heal their wounds more quickly. The affirmative answer will rouse the germ and cause it to rupture, allowing life to begin. If you respond affirmatively, heaven and earth will unite around your name, rendering the adversary unable to access God's plan for you. Examine your situation. Consider the calamities you've experienced. Didn't you notice how something always kept you from breaking when you were about to? It was a wonderland. After everyone had left, a faint murmur could be heard that said, "Do not give up yet." The person who spoke was Archangel Michael. Were you ignorant that there was a glimmer of hope that you couldn't express even on your most trying nights? That was the germ, kid. We shall not forget you. You were never left unsupervised. You were never the victim of weakness. You have consistently been chosen. God is currently interested in whether you agree with this argument. Do you see the same thing I do? Will you allow this message to influence you? If you do, the situation will change. The seed will grow from the soil of your existence. The archangels will rise again, this time with even brighter wings. Indeed, you will enter a chapter of your destiny that will alter the course of your life. If you skip, turn away, or quiet your pulse during this time, the 15-second period will expire. The angel's wounds change into graves. The spore doesn't develop or blossom. It is still born. You are still unable to see what might have been. That is why this moment is so turbulent. This is why your spirit understands that it cannot escape these words. Because heaven forbids you from avoiding it. Therefore, my dearest, persist. Increase the level of openness. Continue to gain. You allow each word to enter like a bandage for the angel's wounds. Faith is like a seed, which requires water with each inhalation. Heaven can see that you are ready to ascend every minute you spend in this region. And when the seed sprouts, and Archangel Michael senses your faith, you will be amazed at the marvels that will happen in your life when heaven sees your eyes. Oh, beloved, cling to me, my beautiful child, as the last drop of paradise flows into your soul. Angels participate in tasks that go beyond simple observation. Each breath you take now contributes to their climb. Their once shaking wings now reflect light. Their swords, which were earlier prone to slipping, are now blazing in their palms again. What's the rationale behind this, given that you did not omit? Because you remained. Because you were brave enough to keep an open heart, despite multiple attempts to divide you. Are you aware of your influence? Your focus, faith, and willingness are enough to raise archangels from the dead. That's who you are. This is why Archangel Michael continued to shout your name. We are approaching the most important part of this holy rendezvous. In addition, I require your final statement. Please provide a single word in the remarks box below with absolute conviction. Amen. However, there are no amenities. This amen is distinctive from the others. This amen sound is similar to the breaking of chains. The sound of this amen symbolizes the ascendance of archangels. The amen sound holds the key to your fate. Consider Archangel Michael's point of view while writing. Because of you, he should be able to raise his sword in triumph. Observe the 7 archangels standing behind you, their wings fully healed and their lights glowing. Your Amen completes this circle of faith. Compose it now and allow heaven to exult one last time. God murmurs, "My chosen one, you are not here by accident. I called you to ensure your presence, as I have faith in your talents. I noticed something no one else did. I am now alerting you that the germ inside you has ruptured. The miraculous event is about to begin."
The spirits are present. The heavens are immense. This is it, my dearest, the final piece.
The moment when all the clandestine prayers, sacrifices, and fights converge like a deluge. And there you are, in the midst of things. What steps will be taken next? They won't perish. The 7 archangels that suffered for you will not be diminished. They will emerge stronger than they ever have been. 7 times as potent. Their fragility will not be increased by the wounds on their bodies. The wounds on their bodies will burn, indicating that they helped you survive the fire. The enemy will now be able to see not only you, but the entire army of heaven that is stationed behind you. The darkness will quiver as it realizes its defeat. It is aware of your decision to believe. It recognizes that the germ is currently too powerful to remove. Marvels will begin to happen in your life in ways you cannot understand, darling. Long-closed doors will suddenly reopen. Angry connections will be healed or replaced with holy ones. Funds that were once stagnant will now flow like rivers. Health that had deteriorated will improve, much like fresh moisture on barren ground. You will feel a sense of peace that was before unavailable in your home, as if it were a warm, steady fire. You will survive and prosper. Nobody will ever be able to pinpoint the reason of the incident. However, you will know that it was Archangel Michael. The guardian angels were accountable. God's hand was ready for your affirmation, which emancipated everything. My dear, the 15-second timer has already run out. However, this is a marvel. God has deviated time as a result of your perseverance, openness, and willingness to accept. Minutes turned into hours, and seconds into minutes. You are currently experiencing a grace period that almost no one else does. It was extended to you by heaven. This indicates your significance. If you haven't already, now is the time to subscribe to this channel. Heaven has hastened time just for you. The same mercy that granted you those 15 seconds now asks you to stay connected to the insights that God releases on a regular basis. Subscribing is not a simple thing. Your communication to God, "Lord, I will remain beneath the spout where the glory emanates," establishes a connection to the prophetic tide. Heaven's ledger keeps track of each subscriber. Each new relationship initiates a new angelic assignment in your life. Claim your place right away to avoid missing out on this opportunity. To ensure that today is the most significant day in your story, click subscribe right away. That displays the depth of my affection for you. That is why you are unable to quit at this moment. This term must be kept. Be cautious of it. Try it. By doing so, you will not only safeguard the survival of the angels, but also advance your own existence. On earth, you will be a witness to God's faithfulness. Pay great attention to Archangel Michael's final speech. Aye, we were by your side in the dark, dear one. Present yourself to us with brilliance. Please do not continue to disguise your identity. Avoid withdrawing. Do not let uncertainty, anxiety, or shame deprive you of what you earned through blood and fire. Rise, selected one. Get up and carry us with you. God also stated that if you trust and follow, He will shower you with blessings that will cover you, pursue you down, and satisfy you to the fullest. It is assured that you will be able to not only survive, but also dominate. I, the Lord, spoke. My dear, the 15-second timer has already run out. However, the marvel goes as follows. God has changed the course of history as a result of your perseverance, desire to receive, and willingness to share your heart. Minutes turned into hours, and seconds into minutes. You are currently experiencing a grace period that almost no one else does. It was extended to you by heaven. This indicates your significance. That displays the depth of my affection for you. That is why you are unable to quit at this moment. Keep this statement, protect it, and embody it. By doing so, you will not only safeguard the survival of the angels, but also advance your own existence. On earth, you will be a witness to God's faithfulness. Pay great attention to Archangel Michael's final speech. We were by your side in the dark, dear one. Present yourself to us with brilliance. Please do not continue to disguise your identity. Avoid withdrawing. Do not let uncertainty, anxiety, or shame deprive you of what you earned through blood and fire. Rise, selected one. Get up and carry us with you. God also stated that if you trust and follow, He will shower you with blessings that will cover you, pursue you down, and satisfy you to the fullest. It is assured that you will be able to not only survive, but also dominate. I, the Lord, spoke. This is the right time. This concludes the story. The archangels are present, and the light coming from their wings is brighter than that of the sun. Archangel Michael lifts his sword, his eyes full of pride and happiness as he looks at you. You no longer need to anticipate the germs within you. It has split open, and its roots are now deeply embedded. The height of its stem is rising. Its petals are full of amazing characteristics, which you will soon discover for yourself. Heaven is delighted that you replied positively. I hope you keep this in mind, my child. You were never used to this. You were chosen from the beginning. The evidence lies in Archangel Michael's tears and the wounds of 7 angels who died for you. Michael, who cried out for you, and God, who called your name. Now act in conformity with that truth. Dial, keep it close, live it, and never give in to the notion that you are incapable of achieving anything. Due to your standing as the solitary individual, you retain the object's integrity. You've been selected. Today, heaven declared the following. As you read this, my beloved child, the sound of your name is still vibrating throughout the sky. Do you understand the tremendous intensity of that? God's voice chose you in a world filled with millions of people and a sky full with stars. He spoke with Archangel Michael, who communicated with the other archangels. Heaven was moved just because of your presence. This is why it was critical to relay this message promptly. This is why Archangel Michael has been restless, pacing between the gates of grandeur, pleading for this moment to reach you. Because your affirmation isn't just about you. It applies to all issues facing you. If you stay mute, the flow of family trees, nations, lineages, and entire rivers of marvels will stop. Nonetheless, this is what makes God beautiful. He does not anticipate that you will be perfect. He does not assume you would be fearless or flawless. He simply wants you to respond positively. Your desire to let him pour into your heart is all that is required. That yes is indestructible, stronger than any medicine, and more potent than any weapon, regardless of the circumstances. When you answer yes, you will receive the gift that heaven has reserved for you, as well as the ability to heal the 7 archangels. Well, my beloved, are you able to perceive it? Noise is coming from the inheritance. It is similar to gold that has been buried deep in the earth and is shook loose, breaking free and propelling upward. It is eager to be a part of your life. It is vital that it breaks all regulations. It seeks to deliver rewards on you in ways beyond your comprehension. You will be perplexed by the speed with which things are changing. You will be aware of it because you did not ignore the notification. It was the result of your response to Archangel Michael's appeal. You trusted God when he told you, my chosen one, that you are the only one who can save them. The spirits are no longer in slumber. Is it visible to you? Their wings are once again ablaze with light. They can now see more clearly. At the same time, their voices all rise. Furthermore, your identity is inscribed on every syllable they produce. Despite the fact that they are not completely healed, they are singing because they sense your faith's healing power. Light is infused into their veins with every word you read. Each second you spend in this location. The fire exacerbates their injuries. Their swords are raised every time your pulse pulses right now. This exemplifies the extraordinary quality of your commitment. Your rejuvenating angels. You are turning sorrow into triumph. You are changing what the adversary intended as death into eternal glory. However, paradise is not perfect. God tells them that he will not only restore what they have lost, I'll enlarge it. I shall not simply fix the existing problem. I'll integrate it into the evidence. I shall not only silence your adversaries. They will be expected to see me arranging the table for you. Do you understand the significance of this, my dearest? It means that your sorrow is about to become your platform. It indicates that your wounds will serve as proof that you have survived. It implies that your story will be heard by people you've never met. That is the type of power that the deity bestows to you. Archangel, these are distinct tears for Michael. They are no longer grieving with grief. The tears represent feelings of appreciation, relief, and joy. He insists that they stayed. They had confidence in a whisper. They became operational. The other archangels claim that they saved us as a whole. They assured our safety. Because of their appreciation for you, you feel as if you have been awarded a crown that you were unaware you deserved. God beams as he compliments his chosen one, saying, "Well done." You did not let the spirits expire in vain. You did. You were able to broaden your awareness after carrying them. You must now prepare, my dear. The following occurrences will astound you. Things that would normally take years will happen in a couple of days. Doors that were previously secured will be easy to unlock. People who have been ignoring you will suddenly become attracted to you for no apparent reason. Opportunities will simply fall into your lap, much like ripe fruit. You will see improvements in areas of your body, mind, and heart that you previously thought were beyond repair. Peace will cover your existence like a shield. The kind of peace that never wavers, no matter what happens. This isn't a fake. This is a pledge. This is the covenant. Heaven's reward for your good behavior today is as follows. My darling, do not underestimate the significance of this occasion. The sky did not form without a reason. The angels didn't just bow to their overlords. The trumpet of Archangel Michael did not stop playing without a reason. Beloved, you are bearing a burden that is greater than your own existence. This is why it is all conceivable. The Spirit of God says, "This one will serve as a sign in the earth." This experience will be imprinted in our memories. This individual is anticipated to rise. This is why all of the malicious entities conspired against you. This is why despondency has tried to consume your spirit. As a result, you've had to deal with conflicts you didn't understand. You assumed you were competing alone. Nonetheless, you were always surrounded by others. Archangel Michael was present. 7 archangels were present. Their light continues to flicker as a result of their decision to take the blows on your behalf. You must now prepare, my dear. The following occurrences will astound you. Things that would normally take years will happen in a couple of days. Doors that were previously secured will be easy to unlock. People who have been ignoring you will suddenly become attracted to you for no apparent reason. Opportunities will simply fall into your lap, much like ripe fruit. You will see improvements in areas of your body, mind, and heart that you previously thought were beyond repair. Peace will cover your existence like a shield. The kind of peace that never wavers, no matter what happens. This isn't a fake. This is a pledge. This is the covenant. Heaven's reward for your good behavior today is as follows. My darling, do not underestimate the significance of this occasion. The sky did not form without a reason. The angels didn't just bow to their overlords. The trumpet of Archangel Michael did not stop playing without a reason. Beloved, you are bearing a burden that is greater than your own existence. This is why it is all conceivable. The Spirit of God says, "This one will serve as a sign in the earth." This incident will remain in our memories. This individual is anticipated to rise. This is why all of the malicious entities conspired against you. This is why despondency has tried to consume your spirit. As a result, you've had to deal with conflicts you didn't understand. You assumed you were competing alone. Nonetheless, you were always surrounded by others. Archangel Michael was present. 7 archangels were present. They decided to take the brunt of the punches on your behalf. Their illumination continues to flicker. Do you understand the meaning of it, my dearest? It indicates that someone is willing to battle for you. You who occasionally has the impression that no one is aware of your presence. You who periodically wonder if your prayers are effectively directed to heaven. You are the person who hides your weeping at night. Heaven observed your presence. The heavenly realm acknowledged your request. The armies of heaven bowed down to assist you. Beloved, you were never forgotten. Archangel Michael continues to communicate. However, the decision has now been presented. Every great story ends with a knock from destiny. There is currently a tap on your door. The material you are currently reading is more than just a list of words. They are on fire. These are the keys. These are medications. If you let them in, they will be able to heal you more efficiently than the angels. They will improve your well-being. They will improve the quality of life for your family. They will present you with a clear way. However, if you fail to recognize the significance of this occurrence, heaven itself weeps. For you, yes represents more than just agreement. It is the truth of life. My darling, remember the 15 seconds that God gave you. They weren't meant to scare you. They were meant to stimulate you, to act as a reminder that fate doesn't wait. to serve as a reminder that opportunities are fleeting if not capitalized on. However, the marvel goes as follows. God is extending those seconds endlessly as a result of your perseverance and readiness to make your heart vulnerable. He's changing the flow of time to accommodate your name. He left the window open so you could fill it out completely. That's affection. This is the essence of grace. This is God's promise that you will be unable to split from Him. Examine it more closely. Are they visible to you? The archangels eventually rose. The fresh light is making their wings tremble. Archangel Michael's tears are no longer those of sadness. They are tears of joy. Raphael's hands are immediately delivering the healing energy that is impacting your life. When Archangel Michael sounds his trumpet again, it's time to inform you of your new beginning. The others stood close to them, their armor flashing a scorching glare. They are all thanking you for choosing to stay. You chose to accept and read the entire message because you wanted to. Beloved, do not stop. The adversary will continue to spread misinformation. He will continue to say that nothing has changed. However, do not believe his allegations. The transition has already begun. The curses are currently being handled. The cyclones are now dispersing. Miracles are coming. You may not notice it all at once, but it will manifest in your sleep, thoughts, body, and home. The love of paradise will be instilled in your spirit. When wonderful things start to happen, you'll remember this time and realize it wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't an accident. It was perfect. I'd like to close by delivering this fact to you, sweetheart. You are not diminutive. We've not forgotten about you. You aren't vulnerable. You've been selected. A crown has been placed on you. It is secure for you. Heaven has pursued you. You now understand and believe that the situation will never be the same again. Angels will assist you on your ascension. Archangel God will approach you and say, "This one is mine." Avoid making physical contact with them. Michael will accompany you. Therefore, my darling, depart in peace. The gods have already recorded your affirmation. This is recorded as evidence in the Book of Eternity simply because you are now seeing it rather than elsewhere. What is the meaning of this for you? It indicates that the dispute that began before your birth has finally been resolved in your favor. The enemy attempted to convince you that you were incapable of taking action. However, consider the facts. 7 archangels are rising as a result of your actions. Your faith has helped them regain their strength. Their wings are spreading as a result of your obedience. Can you see the miracle in this place? You, who formerly believed you were too broken to be of any value, are now the source of heaven's joy. Currently, Archangel Michael is lifting his sword. Is the fire in his hands visible? It is not only his passion, it's your passion. Every private tear you wept, every time you kept going, and every time you prayed, "God, help me," despite life's warnings to give up. Even when you were alone, that conflagration was under construction. It is currently under the direction of Archangel Michael. He has the energy to assure your survival. He has the proof that supports your conviction. He has a weapon that is resistant to darkness. Heaven yells as they notice that the tide has shifted as he raises it. Please, my dear, pay attentive attention. The story does not end at this point. In actuality, the story of your life is only beginning. The suffering you experienced was not in vain. The betrayals you faced were not without consequences. The sense of isolation that almost engulfed you was not without reason. Your seed was hidden throughout the entire planet. This is the point at which the germ ruptures. Feel it. Your life trembles like the earth. The roots are growing to a significant depth. Destiny's initial shoots are growing from the ground. The world will soon notice the seeds that God sowed in you a long time ago. Despite their objections, they will be unable to realize the level to which it has spread. However, you will notice that it grew as a result of your faith in the angels and your observation of them. Always be prepared, beloved. Miracles are seldom mild. They approach quickly, similar to a lightning storm or thunder racing over the sky. When they arrive, they will be extremely overpowering. Individuals will become aware of this. The doors will be open. The healing process will be as rapid as lightning. It is likely to flood in the same way that rivers do. And serenity, true peace that lasts, will protect your heart like a fortress. You will not have to hunt for these goods. They're going to chase you. They will exceed you. They will remain close to you due to a divine directive. As this sacred meeting draws to a close, I have one more assignment for you. Inform everyone you know about this message. It should be visible to people you know, co-workers, and social media platforms. This tremendous advancement should not be hidden. This prophetic message is more than just a video that you can post. You are releasing the anointing. You are sharing the fire that has affected you. You are becoming a conduit for God to aid in the healing of others. Additionally, the following is a vow. As you help others uncover their breakthroughs, the same will happen to you. As you talk, the angels who helped you ascend because of your faith will be present. Execute the action instantly. Share by pressing. Start the conflagration. And watch as paradise floods back into you, filling you to capacity. Beloved, depart peacefully. These are the archangels. The gateway to your destiny is now open. This scenario will never be the same again. Before we wrap up this captivating story, I recommend that we take a moment to reflect on this deep reality. This message was not discovered coincidentally. This is not just a coincidence. This is Archangel Michael's direct message to you. He extends his hand and invites you to a high-vibrational, protected community where divine abundance is more than a hope, but a promise. This spiritual idea is quite simple. Nonetheless, it has the capacity to transform your entire life. You will not just gain blessings if you follow it. They will multiply and permeate all aspects of your existence. Accepting this invitation provides you with immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are currently unavailable to the wider public. You now have the opportunity to enter a sacred environment where you will receive spiritual instruction, unshakable support, and speedy advancement towards your goal. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Your triumph is near. Action is required. Your abundance is ready.